Dubai.na Property, the show that brings you the most exciting stories about real estate in Namibia. We tell those stories authentically and with so much passion. My name is Aina Raisa Koyo, and today I'm coming to you live and direct from the media launch of the Korea Hub Mall, situated at the heart of Windhoek at Waterfront.
Welcome the community members as well. Before we go crazy, I would like you guys to acknowledge that the youth is the future. And by saying that, can we please welcome the Hillside Primary Cultural Group to serenade us and show us what is true Namibian culture. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a joyful cheer for the Hillside Primary Cultural Group? That is the diverse Namibia we are coming from, ladies and gentlemen. It is very much exciting to welcome our next speaker, Mr. Ben Jooste, the CEO of Oryx Properties. Ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking of someone that has walked the walk with Oryx Properties for 7 years, was part of Oryx during the COVID pandemic, showed that he is a visionary, 'n sterk leier wat deurdruk deur die moeilike tye om die skip ordentlik reg te hou. Ladies and gentlemen, with his expertise from mergers, acquisitions, I would like to welcome great projects are built not only with vision, but with skill and dedication. And as Mr. Jooste said, exciting times are ahead. So please welcome Mr. Ben Jooste. Can we please, louder than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure. You speak so well, maybe you can do my speech as well. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, members of the media, esteemed media, friends, our partners, the Safland Property Group, the contractor who's building for us, colleagues and friends. I think for all of us it's a real privilege to be here today. So during this project, Oryx will be investing about 270 million Namibian dollars. But we won't just be investing this in bricks and mortar. We are investing this in people, potential, pride and progress. But let's talk about impact, because that's the thing that's really important. There's been some comments around the amount of jobs that's being created. I think in the construction phase, from what I understand, the jobs are around 350 odd people. And then Kali mentioned that there's another 500 people once the shopping centre is trading. So that is anything between 800 and 900 jobs, real livelihoods, and real families that we'll be supporting in the Gorianga. But this development is designed to be a catalyst for growth, a building that is built sustainably, that will be Green Edge certified once we are done. And as Kali has also said, we're bringing about 40 new tenants, to the doorstep of this community. A community that really deserves a lot more quality retail. One of the things we're proudest about is really trying to understand the traffic flows, the type of consumer, and really building that into this development. And therefore the innovative design for taxis that can come in at the bottom of the building and really connect seamlessly with the shops above is amazing. I think the idea with that is really to make it easier for the consumer. Easier for people to move, shop and connect. But really, what is the bigger picture? What are we aiming for? The mall is the anchor to the Gorianga waterfront development, where from what I understand, around 2,500 residential homes are being built. And this is in addition to the already massive catchment area that we are looking at. So imagine living, shopping, and accessing essential services from your doorstep in walking distance. That's not just convenience, that's lifestyle, and in some cases that's dignity as well. So for local residents, this is really a game changer. As Safland has pointed out, it will reduce travel time, it will reduce travel costs, and it will certainly make it easier to get your option and your product and to take it home in the evenings. And we hope that this will foster a sense of ownership, a sense of belonging and pride, and this is maybe a place where people will gather, grow and belong. So in closing, this is not just another shopping centre. This is a commitment to economic empowerment, community uplift, and inclusive growth. It reflects well on our strategy as Oryx to create meaningful partnerships and invest meaningfully in communities, to create thriving communities with strong ESG principles. So in summary, Goriaghab is not just a mall. It's a symbol for community uplift. It's a symbol for progress. So in May 2026, we're going to be welcoming a lot of shoppers here, and we hope that the shoppers will come and support the tenants. But more than that, we will support this community that's helped us shape this vision. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome our anchor tenant from ShopRite, Mr. Colin Christoph, the regional manager of the ShopRite Checkers Group. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, the Southland and Oryx teams, colleagues and members of the media and the community. It is an honor to stand here today as we witness the beginning of an exciting new development for Goriaghab. This project is more than just a property. It represents the opportunity, growth, and a brighter future for the community. As ShopRite, we are proud to be the anchor tenant in this development. For us, it is not only about expanding our footprint, but about deepening our commitment to serve Namibians where it matters most, in their communities. The partnerships with Southland and Oryx is a powerful example of what can be achieved when strong teams share one vision: to create spaces that bring people together, drive economic growth, and provide everyday value to families. We look forward to welcoming customers once the doors open, to creating jobs for local residents, and to ensuring that the people of Goriaghab have access to quality products at the best prices right here in their neighborhood. On behalf of ShopRite, I would like to thank our partners for their dedication and professionalism, and to the community, thank you for the trust. Together we are building something that will serve generations to come. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming founder and CEO of Southland Property Group, Mr. Kali van der Merwe.
Thank you. It's always a long process. It's a long and winding road to get up to this certain point. The biggest arguments or the biggest elephant in the room all the time is the consultants need appointment to allow more hours to be spent on a project, and we want to sign as late as possible because we're still running around looking for money, still busy sorting out the deal with Oryx. as in this specific instance. But yes, thank you for sticking with us, which is also important to remember. Did anyone invite Eli from Greenbrock that we bought the land from? You know, in this instance, I think it was a 4-year process to negotiate and finalize the land acquisition. We were so desperate at the time that Marinda and I, my wife and I, flew to Moscow to meet with the actual owners over there, and we came back sort of, we always say, on the wave of COVID. Going there, everything was perfect. Coming back, it was just masks all over. But that's how far we had to go in order to do this transaction. So to the consultants, we've been through the process a number of times. Thank you for sticking with us, and thank you for your ongoing commitment on the project. I've actually just asked before the meeting just for some statistics which I'm supposed to know, and we've quickly brainstormed who's going to say a bit on everything. But the size of the centre is 14,700 square meters, and to give you an idea, the completed development is about a quarter of the Grove, which, right, yes, which doesn't sound like much, but to put it into perspective, this is equals the other largest shopping centre that we've done outside of Windhoek in the rural areas. This is similar in size to the Rundu Mall. So this is big, and I think when we compare to South Africa, we always say a regional centre there is about 25,000 square meters. This is as big as you can go with a Namibian regional shopping centre, and that's very much determined by the tenant mix that you will put in. There's 43 shops that will find a home here in Goriansgap. Obviously, Shoprite, Checkers, the anchor tenant. Give you a quick idea: Henry Line Style, Ackermans, Clicks, Pet Clothing, Jet, Forshini, Sports Scene, Studio 88, legit, Step by Step, American Swiss, total earth size of 20,000 square meters. And I hope people actually realize what you're seeing in front of you. We always say at Safland, our business is finding the needs and finding the opportunities in underserviced areas. And I think we can all agree that Katutura in general definitely classify as an underserviced area in this regard. And we're very proud to bring you this. Maybe just on shopping centres in general. A lot of people have a view on shopping centres, and that might be it's just a place for people to spend their hard-earned income. I think, considering all the trips needed from an area such as this to do just the regular shopping, the amount of taxi trips with a shopping bag on your lap, having to leave home at 4 or 5 o'clock in the mornings, having to come home at 8 o'clock at night, lugging the grocery shopping behind you, it is making a massive difference to the lives of many people. I did for fun, I just did a little calculation, and that sort of say with at that stage I said 300 people working in the mall. Jerry corrected me to say that it will actually be 520 people, permanent employment opportunities at the mall. And I did a calc on taxi fares and so on. I think that number came to about 250,000 per month. That for people traveling into town and back, and now those people will be working right here at Goriansgap Mall. I think I would like to add for people who feel that there's a greater need in housing. It's definitely true, but we need to start somewhere. And sometimes we need to look at a company, and we need to look at an Oryx, and we need to look at a Safland. and say, what are we best at? And Safland, in our case, we best at developing shopping centres in underserviced areas. That's what we do. We don't develop housing. Should we be developing housing? Yes, maybe. But I think there's definitely people out there better than us at developing housing. But we believe we create nodes, we create vibrant areas, we create places for people to earn a living. And in those specific instances, they will go forward and be able to afford their housing. So I think, and there I'm going to stick to my draft speech that I've written, to end off to say this is to the people of Namibia, and we want to thank everyone who supported us on this journey of 14 years in Namibia. To the people of Goriaangap, we want to say this mall is for you. And to the team, and if I didn't write it down, I would again forget about Safland. So to the Safland team, thank you for your passion. This is the best team to work with, and I think it shows. It shows in the little detail. It shows in us always finding something new to do, a new area to unlock, a new area to serve. So to the Safland team, I really thank you, and maybe I just want to add to that. We are in a process of reshaping the business, and there's always this question coming up from an investor perspective where they said, Kali, what happens if you're not there? You the kingpin, you all of that. This mall that's sitting here today, yes, I was involved in the identification and getting it to a point. I'm not involved with this process at all, at all. Safland have a fantastic track record in managing property. I don't know what happened in those divisions. So Safland is a company that is run by the people inside the company, and I again just thank you for that. Okay, then my words. Together we are building more than malls. We are building communities. We are building dignity. We are building hope. And today we break ground on progress. Thank you to all, and God bless in Namibia.
Exciting development that is set to benefit the community of Goriaangap and the people of Windhoek as a whole. Now, Goriaangap Mall is set to open next year, May. And until then, it's all my love, all my life.